Hello, welcome to our channel. Today we are going to cover benefits of learning the French language for the immigration to Canada. So let's begin with our first scenario. Basically, in this scenario, the person already has a master's degree. He has also managed to score CLB 10 in English language test, as well as his age is about 29, and of course it is increasing every day. Because of this, his CRS score is between 461 to 465, and we know that the current ITA cutoff for year 2020 was 468 as of this date. Now, obviously, this person is just short of couple of points to, cross the threshold or the cutoff of 468, so or 470, which is the usual trend which is going on this years. So, how is it possible that this person can increase his score by a couple of points to obtain this ITA? Well, there is one way, and we'll cover this today in our video. And basically, let's go move on to the next slide. The short answer to the previous question was to learn French. The learning French is very flexible. One can obtain points from minimum 1 to all the way up to 74 points depending on his proficiency in the French language. If the person is very proficient in French language, then he can obtain all the way up to 74 points, and if they are just beginners with some hard work of, let's say, a couple of months, they can manage to obtain like 136 and some points basically to add to their CRS score, which can bring them to the cutoff. Now, how is it possible? Let's see. So basically, this is a screenshot from IRCC official IRCC Canada website. Here you can see that if the French is your second official language, and if you manage to obtain at least CLB 5 in any of the capability, which is reading, writing, speaking and listening, in any of this capability, if you are able to obtain at least minimum CLB 5, then you will get 1 point for each of that capability. And similarly, the points increase for CLB 7 and CLB 9. So if we look at the total calculation, basically, if you obtain CLB 5 in any X number of capabilities, then you will get those many points, basically 1 into X points. If you get CLB 7, then you will get triple the points, basically triple the number of capabilities. And with CLB 9, it is 6 times the number of capability. So given that we have 4 capabilities and you obtain CLB 9 in every each of that capability, then a maximum of 24 points can be obtained for uh, knowing language French at a very advanced level. So this way, a person has a flexibility with little hard work. They can cross that threshold, which is very difficult in the previous case. Now, moving on, we will cover one more scenario, which is even more trickier than the first phase. So in this scenario, the person has only bachelor's degree. He has managed to score CLB 10 in English, but again his age is 29 or it is increasing. So they are at a threshold for the age factor. And in this case, maximum their CRS score will be 41 until they are at the age of 29. Beyond this, their CRS score will keep on decreasing. Of course, masters is one option, but the problem is that since the person is already at the threshold of 29 for masters, they'll need at least 1 or 2 years. That is not really a very feasible option. No years down the line, by the time they complete their masters, they would have anyways. They would be lacking in the ITA cutoff score anyways. So at this point of junction of time, obtaining a master's degree won't help them much to obtain the ITA. So, is there any other way? And well, yes, the answer is again yes. The way to do that is to learn French language. Now, let's see how. So this is another screenshot from official IRCC Canada website, which describes the CRS point grid. Now here we can see that there are some conditions like knowing English language or not. If you do know English language, if you obtain CLB 5 or higher in all of the four English language skills, as well as if you are able to obtain CLB 7 or higher in all of the four French language skills as well, then you get 50 additional points. This is over and above for all of the rest of the points, which is like language, education, work experiences, and everything. 50 points are over and above them. So if we do a total calculation, we will see that for knowing CLB, obtaining CLB 7 in French and CLB 5 in English, you get 50 points, as well as just for the French language ability, 3 points for each of the ability for the French language only. So 3 into 4, you will get 12 additional points. So in this way, you will get a total of 62 additional points. Now, if your score was somewhere around 41, and if you add the 62 points, obviously you go way above 500 points. And just in case you do take some time and say your year is used up to prepare for this, even then you do have a good buffer to basically obtain a score which is decent enough that can help you to cross the ITA score cutoff, and you can obtain an IT. So this is definitely a very golden choice. The increase of initially they were just 30 points, but now they have increased it to 50 points, which is definitely a very good news for people who are looking to learn French, or they already have some background in French which they can improve and obtain CLB 7. Now, before we conclude the video, there is one more important case that we have to cover. So basically, let's say a case where the for some reason, let's like primarily the age factor, or maybe education or something, the person is not able to cross the IT score even after knowing French. So in this case, there is one more door open for that person, and that is Ontario PNP. Now, Ontario PNP has various streams. One of them is basically French speaking skilled workers stream. So, the condition for that is very simple. You need CLB 7 in French in all four capabilities, as well as CLB 6 in English for all the four capabilities. If this condition is met, then the person qualifies for the Ontario's French speaking skilled workers stream, and in this way they can obtain Ontario PNP. Now, Ontario PNP is costly at around $1,500, but again, the city of Toronto, which is the main hub of the Canada, is again located in Ontario, and we know the job opportunities are tremendous in Toronto itself. So obtaining under Ontario PNP would definitely help that person to not only to immigrate to the best place of the Canada for known for the immigrants, and apart from that, knowing French language itself can even help you to gel quickly in Canadian lifestyle, or the Canadian, basically any province of Canada, like even the Quebec, doors are open for you. Even for the job opportunities, being bilingual will help you to maybe get jobs in government. So in this way, French language skills will open many doors for you, from ITA to PNP to finally jetting into the Canadian environment. So next step which we see here is the question which will raise in your mind is how to learn French. So, or how to obtain the CLB 7 in French. So please stay tuned to our channel. We will in future we will cover more videos that will help you to give practical tips of obtaining CLB 7 in French, and in turn fulfill your dream of immigrating to Canada. So thank you all. Please share, like, and subscribe our channel. That will motivate us to provide more good content to you. Thank you. Thanks a lot.